I just want to say we have two exit polls on the screen. I'm not necessarily saying we need to give that much credence. It's Sudarshan News and it's News X Neta. We put it up on the screen, but perhaps we should actually wait till we move into some slightly more better known pollsters. Those two at the moment, though, do seem to be suggesting the Aam Aadmi Party is ahead. But Jeel, to this point that we're seeing a very sharp discrepancy between how people are voting in assembly elections and national elections. That's been there in the past, but it's become pretty acute now.
Jharkhand. Yeah, it's something that we've seen in the next few elections, in Jharkhand, in Maharashtra, even in Haryana election and so forth. And so this decoupling of electoral behavior between two elections.
And such narrow gaps. So in May you have the BJP sweep these states, and then just 5, 6, 7 months later, it's a different story.
It's also the reflection that the BJP is yet to find a competitor at the national level, but actually finds many competitors at the state level.
Right.
It's evocative of the situation in which the Congress was, in the 70s, when it was in the 80s, when it remained powerful at the center by default, but had to face very competitive.
Right. Is that I'll come to Sagrya. Yes, Desh. Yes. Is that a problem for the BJP?
We were talking about face. Now, if you recall, Maharashtra, when Devendra Fadnavis came, there was no face. Second time he was projected as a face.
So let me qualify that a bit. I don't think the problem with the Delhi unit of the BJP is just the absence of a face. It's just that it's just been too faction-ridden.
Let me tell you, BJP has not been there for a very long time, about 21 years. So there has not been a chief minister. Madan Lal Khurana was there. After that, there has not been a chief minister. If there had been, and then they would have repeated it. The fact is, this is what has happened in Haryana also. This has also happened when Raman Singh came for the first time. Then they subsequently repeated.
Okay, so now we have, sorry, I just want to interrupt for a second, because now we have the Times Now poll. Times Now poll is up. So Times Now is giving Aam Aadmi Party 44 and the BJP 26, 0 to the Congress. So the Times Now poll is actually suggesting that the BJP has managed to improve its position dramatically from last time when they just got 3 seats. They've gone up 7 times. Aam Aadmi Party has dropped from 67 to 44. They still have a comfortable majority. 35, 36 is the, just over the halfway mark. But it's come down quite a lot.
But Vasu, just on this point of, state and national elections, you were pointing out how differently voters are voting.
Yes.
But we can also point out that, there are limitations on what Mr. Modi can do. He can no longer lift a party at the state level if there is a credible face on the other side. If your BJP, frankly, does not have a credible face in Delhi, and therefore in this situation, Mr. Modi's capacity to lift parties, which he could do in 2014, 2015. Now, increasingly, the Modi magic is not enough for him to lift parties at the state level on his own steam.
But okay, let's just now start looking, because now we also have India TV. I'm not sure who the pollster there is, but we have India TV, which is actually giving almost the same figure, that is 44-26. 44 to AAP, 26 to the BJP. Shivam, how do we see this? I mean, we still have to average these polls out. But would you read this as indicative that the BJP's push, last minute push, polarizing, whatever you call it, has put them in a better position?
No, frankly, Vasu, past experience tells us that none of these polls should be taken seriously. There is only one poll that matters, and we are all waiting for that, which is called Axis poll. I mean, you can Google and see. I'm sorry, you can Google and see all these polls are a waste of time. They are a tamasha. You just need to see Axis poll.
Wow, what a fantastic endorsement of Axis.
It's the truth. The numbers speak for itself.
India Today.
No.